A long time ago, after Adam and Hawa began their life on earth, Allah blessed them with many children. In those days, each time Hawa gave birth, she had twins, a boy and a girl. To ensure humanity grew while maintaining purity, Allah commanded that each son would marry a girl from a different twin pair. Among Adam's children were two sons, Habil, Abel, and Qabil, Cain. Habil was gentle, kind, and God-fearing, while Qabil was strong but filled with pride and jealousy. When the time came for them to marry, Adam told Qabil that he would marry the sister of Habil, while Habil would marry Qabil's twin sister. But there was a problem. Qabil wanted to marry his own twin sister, who was said to be more beautiful. Qabil felt this was unfair and grew angry. He couldn't understand why things had to be this way, and his heart began to fill with resentment. Adam, seeing the growing tension between his sons, prayed to Allah for guidance. To settle the dispute, Adam proposed a test. He told his sons to offer a sacrifice to Allah. Whoever's sacrifice was accepted would be the one to marry the girl Qabil desired. Habil, with a heart full of faith, chose his best sheep, strong, healthy, and pure, because he wanted to offer Allah the finest of what he had. Qabil, filled with resentment, gathered some of his poorest crops, old and spoiled produce. His heart wasn't in the right place. He only wanted to fulfill the task quickly, without sincerity. Both brothers placed their sacrifices on a mountain, and they waited. The sky grew quiet, and a gentle breeze passed over the earth. Suddenly, a bright light descended from the sky and consumed Habil's offering, accepting it as a sign of Allah's pleasure. But Qabil's sacrifice remained untouched, rejected by Allah. At that moment, Qabil's heart darkened with rage and jealousy. He clenched his fists, feeling the weight of rejection crush him. Rather than accepting Allah's will, Qabil let his heart drown in envy. Night after night, Qabil tossed and turned, his heart growing heavier with every passing moment. The whispers of Shaitan echoed in his mind, soft and deceitful, like poison seeping into his thoughts. Habil is better than you. Allah loves him more. The only way to get what you want is to get rid of him. The darkness inside him grew stronger. He could no longer see the light of reason. One fateful day, as the sun dipped below the horizon, bathing the sky in hues of gold and crimson, Qabil confronted Habil in the fields. The world stood still, as if even the trees and the winds were holding their breath. "I will kill you." Qabil's voice shook with fury, his eyes burning with hatred. Habil, calm and wise, looked at his brother with sadness and compassion. He saw the pain in Qabil's heart, the struggle between right and wrong, and it filled him with sorrow. Habil spoke softly, his voice steady and kind. "If you raise your hand to kill me, I will not fight back. I fear Allah, the Lord of all worlds. My only wish is to follow His guidance. If you harm me, the sin will be yours alone, and you will be among the losers." But Qabil was deaf to his brother's words. The whispers of Shaitan roared in his mind, drowning out everything else. In a moment of uncontrollable rage, Qabil struck his brother, taking his life. The earth trembled, the sky darkened, and the wind howled in grief. It was the first murder in human history, a crime born of jealousy and pride. Qabil stood frozen, staring at his brother's lifeless body. His hands trembled, his breath came in ragged gasps, and his heart pounded in his chest. What had he done? The realization struck him like a bolt of lightning. His beloved brother, the one he had grown up with, laughed with, and played with, was now gone. And it was by his own hand. The weight of his actions pressed down on him, heavier than any burden he had ever carried. He wandered aimlessly, his mind tormented by what he had done. He couldn't bear to look at Habil's body. Days passed, and Qabil grew desperate, not knowing what to do. Then Allah sent a sign. A crow appeared, scratching at the ground to bury another dead crow. Qabil watched silently as the crow dug a hole and gently covered its fallen companion with earth. A bitter sob escaped Qabil's lips, and tears streamed down his face. "Woe to me! I am even worse than this crow. I couldn't even figure out what to do with my brother's body." Qabil fell to his knees, digging a grave with his bare hands. As he covered Habil's body with earth, his heart ached with regret. The once strong and proud Qabil was now broken, his soul heavy with guilt. He had not only lost his brother, but also his peace, his family, and his connection to Allah. The story of Habeel and Qabil became a lesson for all of humanity, a warning against jealousy, pride, and giving in to shaitan's whispers. Allah teaches us that a pure heart, like Habil's, is loved and accepted, while arrogance and envy only lead to destruction. As we lay down to sleep tonight, let us remember the tale of the two brothers. Let us guard our hearts against anger and envy and strive to be kind, forgiving, and humble like Habil. May Allah protect our hearts from hatred and guide us to be righteous and sincere, just like Habil. Ameen.